Hello everybody, welcome back to Mind Your Money. Thank you so much for coming back, legacy builders, and thank you to all any new viewers, new subscribers. We appreciate you. I'm glad that you decided to click on this video, and I hope that you would stick around. We are going to talk about our fourth and final paycheck budget setup, allocations and goals for November. Like, I'm excited about this. So I'm going to start with the calendar view. Again, if you don't know, I record my videos very early in the morning, and it is 6:03 a.m. and I'm batch recording, so please forgive my voice. It is early. All right, and I want to move you out. I want to be sure you can see. Okay, so we're talking about the week of November 21st through November 27th. I track from Sunday to Saturday, okay? So we don't have any bills due this week. Thanksgiving is this week, and of course Black Friday is the 26th. So I will be doing two things. I will be making sure that we put enough money aside for next month's bills. I also want to make sure that we put money in the emergency fund. You know that the emergency fund is our top goal, and if you don't know, I'm telling you, because of course we want to make sure that if we have this week where there's no bills due, no expenses, then we must take advantage of the opportunity to put more money towards our financial goals. That is super important, and I want to make sure that we don't forget to do that. So if you don't know already, our top goals for the month, our top priorities were to put $500 in the emergency fund and $240 into Christmas. We fully funded Christmas, so now I don't have to think about Christmas this week, at least for the same amount that I've been putting in the previous weeks. So we are going to put something towards Christmas, but we're gearing up for next year, okay? This is not a priority anymore. Our priority is going to be clothes because my 3 boys are growing like weeds grow. It's a big deal. So November 26th is the payday. Of course, we do expect to be able to receive our paychecks just a little bit earlier, but that's because, again, it's a holiday. All right, so we have budgeted for $977. Okay, that's the least amount we can expect to receive. I do foresee that we'll have a little bit more, but we might not use too much more because we choose how much of our W-2 income we want to use. And right now we're not using any side hustle income in our paycheck budgets because we're saving and gearing up for next year. So we're trying to create more cushions in our checking accounts. And we have one that is a hub where all of the money goes into. We want to make sure there's always a cushion there. And then we have our bill paying account, which is where we pull the money from to budget out our paycheck budgets. So that has a cushion, and we want to maintain a cushion there as well because it's always good to have a little extra money set aside. So if small emergencies come up, if there's immediate need to give, if there's an immediate need for one of the children, we can pull that cash out immediately and use it. But I do like seeing that we have a balance in there and not depleting it and bringing it down to zero. So we'll do a zero-based budget every single time, and what we planned for November 26th paycheck is to give $120 to put $457.50 towards next month's bills. I like whole numbers, so this will be rounded up once we finalize the budget. Okay, that brings our leftover to $399.50. So what I planned on doing was making sure that we took $100 out in cash for spending and for laundry. The only exception is my husband gets his by Zelle, so that's a digital transfer. Okay, Zero Out Challenge would get $10.50. I do want to put a little more in this week because we haven't been putting much in the Zero Out Challenge, and I'm going to be using the money that we saved for the Zero Out Challenge to go straight to our Costco membership, Costco fund, because that membership has to be paid in full each year, and I want to have enough in that account so when it's time to do bulk shopping, we can. So the 0 Hour challenge is for that, and I'm so grateful that just a few dollars every week throughout the year has gotten us to like $200 already. So this is a fun challenge to do. The emergency fund is going to get a minimum of $125. Household is not expected to get anything, but I'm putting this here just in case we can put a few dollars in to buy some additional things before December, hopefully, because I know that they're talking about how long it's going to take for items to ship, because a lot of people wait until December to start shopping. So I know that some people are panic buying also, and some people are stocking up reasonably. So I don't want to wait too long to buy some things, just to make sure we have extra reserves for, soap and mouthwash and toothpaste and those things that you need to keep, your hygiene and keep the house clean. I want to make sure we stock up a little bit by little bit. Miscellaneous is just for that. Anything that comes up, it's like, oops, I forgot that. Now that leaves us with $164 left over. And because of that, we're going to put $133 minimum into our purpose funds. And for me, we're going to change this because we fully funded our Christmas. So this is going to change to $25. And I made notes on the side in my calendar preparing me for this budget. So that is going to change, okay? And we're going to put a little more into clothing, and we're going to put some into our PC and life sinking fund, which is not here. So I'm going to write it so I don't forget. This is for both my and my husband's professional recertification, and I'll need to put a little more money in that fund so we can pay for some of those things. I'm going to change all of these basically, or most of them. Wellness will probably get 20 instead of 10, and then I'll also put some money into PC and life because we're putting less into Christmas. So $25 per week for, let's say, 52 weeks from November 26th this year to next year. We'll have $1,300 minimum in this fund, not including interest. So I think that's pretty decent, and I'm so happy and so blessed that finally we have gotten to the point where we can save a little bit each week, and we'll be ahead of the game for next year Christmas. So I'm excited about that. We don't have any liabilities, no debt at this time, so we're going to put money towards our extra savings. Now granted, we get a little extra in this paycheck. Hopefully I'll be able to put even $5 towards investing. So I'm going to write investing here because I want to continue to investing in Robinhood or via Robinhood. I've been watching a lot about inflation and how inflation is just expected to get worse, and even some of these investments, I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm going to read some more. I'm going to pray some more, definitely, and we're going to still invest our money because we are working towards wealth building. So we're building wealth. My husband and I are doing this for our family of 5. We're doing it for our boys. We're doing it for the family that didn't own anything. My family didn't own their properties. We don't own businesses, and I want to stop that. I want that to stop with me. So my children will own businesses. They will be able to manage and control their money because they have to live in a world where prejudices are real and all types of things are happening, and people are in need, and we want to live our purpose. And I want our children to live their purpose, and I want our grandchildren to live their purpose, which means money should not be an issue. Right? So this is why we're doing this, okay? It's a much bigger picture behind these paycheck budgets, just so you know, okay? So $21 will go to the 52-week challenge. And if I haven't said this already, the 52-week challenge money that we saved up, which should be about $1,100, is going straight to the emergency fund because we're out of debt. So we don't need to use this for our debt snowball at the end of the year now. We're going to put that money straight towards the emergency fund so we can start 2022 strong. And of course, our cushion is going to be $10. Now, I forgot to mention last week, our paycheck budget, make sure that this is still showing clearly. We had $314.56 in our balance in our cushion. So we're starting this week with 314. So I want to make sure to notate that. And then after, unless we receive any extra income, any random things come in, we should end this paycheck budget with $324.56 in our cushion, which is good. So that is our paycheck budget. And I always like to talk about our goals and my money thoughts. And I prepared this at the very beginning of November, and I shared it in my November budget setup. So some of the thoughts that I have shifted, have changed, and I have more thoughts. But this is what I initially wrote at the beginning of November. Everything happens in the right time. Put your trust in God. That's still the same. It still rings true. And then a righteous man's steps are ordered. I wanted to only use 30% of the child tax credit, but we've already used the child tax credit. We got it early, so we used it in Paycheck 3, so we won't need this, okay? Oh, and look, I wrote a note here, 25 to Christmas, 25 to PC and Life. That's to remind me that we have to put those towards those funds because, again, professional recertification and kickstarting Christmas for 2022. All right, and our top goal, as always, is for the whole month was to put 125 in the emergency fund. So I'm still going to do that, and I'm still working on, making sure I keep this breakdown because I expect that we will be working with a little more cash going into the new year. So I'm preparing myself. Although I will not be using the Budget by Paycheck workbook because this one is finished. This was gifted to me by the lovely Nilsa over at A Purposeful Budget, and I was so grateful that I won her giveaway and I got this book because let me tell you this, the Budget Mom system has truly opened my eyes to what is important when tracking your money, tracking your spending, tracking your expenses, all of that. I've really had such an eye-opening experience, and it's really more than just the dollars and cents written on the paper. It's more about how our emotions affect how we handle our money, and I've watched our net worth grow by using this system. So it's truly amazing. I do have a video coming out, either I'm not sure if it's going to come out before or after this one. It may come out after, but it's going to be walking through all of the worksheets that I'm going to be using that I've created myself in the new year. And I'm taking the system with me, not necessarily this physical book, but I am going to take the concepts that I've learned here so I can continue to track our net worth on a monthly basis. I can truly track our expenses because I will be doing that because it's helped me tremendously. And then also tracking our short-term savings, tracking our long-term savings, tracking our priority goals. We're going to be doing all of that in the new year, and I'm going to share all of those things with you in our next budget setup video. Or not budget setup video, but I'll share it with you in our my next video, okay? Sometime this week. All right, so you will be seeing this on a Monday. And to take another quick look at the monthly calendar view, this week is my birthday, Thanksgiving, Black Friday. We've already shopped for Christmas. I do have a couple things to do left, but hopefully those things won't be too strenuous for us because I would like to start December and just enjoy my family. So thank you again for being here. I hope that you found some of the content enjoyable and inspiring. And if you did, please don't forget to click that thumbs up button. It's absolutely free and it helps the channel tremendously. I'm going to do my budget closeout on Transfer Tuesday. So you guys will see that video probably on Wednesday, December 1st, when we close out our November paycheck budget. Our November monthly budget, and yeah, I'll see. I think I will close it out on the 30th, and then December's budget setup video will be on Wednesday, December 1st. So no matter which way you're going, remember to mind your money, manage it well, and live your lives abundantly. Thank you so much for being here. Bye for now.